tell you now. When I do my videos on my channel, I'm not here trying to get attention. I'm not trying to be famous. I'm not trying to do anything. All I'm trying to do is spread light so somebody can get some help. Because when I was younger, even though I had the help, I still wasn't able to receive it because I was bitter and angry about things. So when I tell you and I express about topics that are about family, relationship, and being deceivers and cheating, it's because that's what I've witnessed. And I want you to be able to feel like, you know what? You are worth it. You know what I'm saying? Be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? You can make it. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, when you lay yourself to bed, when you take your last breath, you are responsible for you. We don't come in this world with people. We come in this world by ourselves. We leave in this world by ourselves. So it's best to be positive and keep up the faith. You know what I'm saying? Like when I talk about even Shock G, a lot of folks didn't even know his name was Shock G. I've been knowing that because for one, I was a huge fan of Humpty Dumpty, that whole thing. I would just listen to it because I liked the way he would explain stuff. Like I would watch the Tupac and all them other folks over and over and over and over and over. I wish I had got a chance to meet him because I just thought he was the coolest thing in the world. I wasn't old enough though, but the thing about it is that when you have people who know the truth about you, you have to be careful and make your steps accordingly. So what I've learned is a lot of people when they get older, they don't really want to be accountable for the things they do and say. My mother told me, listen, I can't be accountable. I can't be responsible for your relationships as an adult. You're grown now. You're 25. It's up to you to figure it out. So I said, okay, I'm going to do that. A lot of things that I talk about is because I'm trying to get over it because it hurts still. People will never understand the level of pain I have for losing my grandmother. I'm not saying I was the best granddaughter. I wasn't saying I was the worst granddaughter, but regardless, I lost an important person in my life to help me understand what it was like to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? She kept me feminine. Days when I just was trying to wear t-shirts and trying to hang out with my cousins, my male cousins, she was like, no, girls don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? My mom taught me how to be a lady per se. Yes, she did. She had to work, but she taught me how to be a lady. It's just my grandmother was old school, so it was a little bit different. It was more like, no, you need to be in church. You know what I'm saying? My mom was strict about church and being a lady, but it wasn't to the magnitude as my grandmother. You see what I'm saying? So, you just have to understand when people grieve, there's like levels to grieving. It's hard to handle it. Some people overdose, some people do a lot of stuff to try to treat the pain. And I didn't realize how bad and how angry I was because I felt like, Jesus, I had all these friends that I had that's been there for me and understood what grief was. Like I didn't lose a parent. I've never lost a parent before. So when I saw my friends losing loved ones, I was like, how do you go through that? Like I've lost like cousins or something like that, and that still hurts. But when it's a grandparent, when it's a parent, that's a person that you see every day, you wake up with every day. And at the time, because I lived with my grandmother for the majority of my life, even though there were days I'm like, I didn't like grandma, but I didn't know any other way. I didn't know any other way. And I can't sit here and say, oh, my dad's family was so horrible, because they had their moments. But as I'm getting older, it's like everybody's looking to me as, you need to get yourself together. And I can, but I don't know how to handle this racist world. I'm just gonna be honest with you. A lot of these videos that you've seen me like go off and go crazy and get belligerent, it's because like it got to me. Like I knew how to handle racism to a certain extent from like a rural city, but when it's a urban city and it's like a metropolitan city, that's a lot. That's a lot of people that don't like you just because you're black. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, and then not to have nobody in your age group to talk about, everybody else looking at you like you're slow. Like the only thing I can relate to is basically my puppy right now and just her being in my arms and comforting me. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't understand, like, it's not about having a whole bunch of friends that I'm concerned about. It's about the fact that you just want to make sure God is okay with the things you do. You see what I'm saying? Like, I am not that person that I've ever been, oh, I want to be Mr. Popular or something. I did when I was in high school. But as I'm getting older, like, I want the next year to be, you know what, Sabrina did a good job and she knows what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you make certain, like, I'm almost finished with college, I'm trying to get my stuff together. I'm really, like, excited for my life right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, things are about to turn around, and I feel like people just need to come out with awarenesses. I feel like a lot of folks are not really fighting enough causes. We are fighting each other instead of fighting the problem. And I just think that if people just come together and just be honest with, you know what, we were biased, we did not have the best intentions, X, Y, and Z, and then you'll be okay with that. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, when people be making these crazy landish allegations, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, what can you do? Like, even when it comes down to jobs, like, I had to learn sometimes you just have to keep your mouth. You got to hold your peace. It's hard to hold your peace when you know something isn't right, but you got to pick and choose your battles. Everything is not about you snapping back, clapping back on people. People gonna hate you. My grandfather used to say it better than anybody. People gonna hate you till the day you die. It doesn't matter. My mother also would always tell me, even from when I was a kid, people have a game. Everybody has a game. It's up to you to figure out what that game is and not to be a part of it, because just like folks would say on these conspiracy things, it's not checkers, it's chess. Because if you make the wrong move, determines whether or not your life will go great or go right. But you got to understand how the devil works. He wants his little minions. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do what they want you to do, they're going to make it so it's hard. But guess what? I'd rather have my life to be hard than for me to be living the best lives, eating the best food, hanging out with the coolest people, and my soul of salvation is gone. You know what I'm saying? I can't even make a good in touch with heaven. I can't even call on them when I need help. I'm so far gone, I don't even know what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's so many things to be grateful for God for. Like, people just don't understand. It's our soul. These jobs are jobs. These jobs are not us. And that's the thing that people need to understand. When we take these careers, it's to better our lives, not to become the career, but to better our lives, so we can go and enjoy our family, so we can go and do these things. Seem like the only people that can't do it is people of color. And I feel like if everybody else gets to have 401ks and stuff like that, I should be able to. I work hard. I might be late, but that's because I got stuff going on at the house. That's not for you to determine whether or not I can keep a job or not. Just because you want to be immature and not understand. If you can sit there and let somebody come to work and they were sitting there having sex in their car, you should be able to understand why I'm not there at work because I didn't have a car. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't like the jobs that I had because I just felt like they were too busy trying to make themselves look good instead of being honest about stuff. Everything changes when you become, a manager. You should be able to love yourself regardless. You should be able to know who you are regardless, whether you are EEOC, whether you are CEO of something. Just because you are in hierarchy does not give you the permission to rank over people and be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I talk about these videos, I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from what I've seen on the internet. I'm just speaking because it's time for people to stop looking at us like we're in the dark. That's the whole theme of this video, because it's like the problems in this nation, it's like you guys don't care until somebody brings it to light. Shouldn't nobody have to tell you? You should just read. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm going to say is take heed to what you know. Trust and believe in God, whatever religion you believe in, trust and believe in it. You know what I'm saying? People that do not believe still seek God because it's a reason to seek God. You know what I'm saying? Gay people, it's a reason to get close to God. It doesn't matter. He still loves you, but it's your soul salvation that is more important than trying to hook up with your friends. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm saying this in love because your friends are not going to be there, but God's going to always be there for y'all. Regardless, within whatever situation it is, He's always there. You know what I'm saying? So don't sit there and pretend like you don't know who He is and denounce Him, and you don't know that's the same person that's giving you life, giving you breath. You feel what I'm saying? So just have a wonderful, Memorial weekend should be coming in a few weeks or so. Enjoy your family. This is the year to enjoy each other. This is half of the reason why this happened. We're too busy trying to chase something that's not even for us in the first place. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the people around you. Go to somebody's service. Get your soul saved. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself under control. Love on somebody. Because things are going to get better. Some things might get worse. But it's not in our control. It's not in our control. But we can control this person. But let's not be in the dark, you guys. When we see stuff happening, say something about it. When we see injustices, speak on it. When you see people in pain, say something about it. Okay? On another episode of SMS News Channel, and I'll be back with more. Thank you.